Hey, BC Jeff here. Just wanted to do another quick video. Of course, that's why we're all here, right? Just to do another quick video. Anyway, recently I've been doing a lot of more focused videos, things like the Black Friday sale. Of course, the metal box came in, and then I did a CD collection. And so there's been some stuff over the past couple of weeks that have come in, on the typical regular vinyl side that were not sales or things like that. So they've been kind of building up, and I wanted to get those covered. Now, most of these, I would say, are related in some way, shape, or fashion with Christmas, in that they were, I say most except I think one, in that, you're Christmas shopping and you stumble across things like that. So you're out and about and online. So the first one, which is totally unrelated to anything Christmas related as we are getting there, is yet another in the archives, the long not forgotten archive of Dream Theater, When Dream and Day Reunite Live. So, and I know I just showed one of these archive ones just a couple weeks ago. They've been pumping them out, and I pre-ordered quite a few, most of them back in the day. I think the next one is not slated for, seems like a couple months away. But these two came in pretty quick. And so what this is, When Dream and Day Reunite. So When Dream and Day Unite, the first Dream Theater album had a different vocalist, and then they got the current, James Labrie on vocals on the second album going forward. So what they did is they did a live concert, and they played all the songs from the first album with James singing. So it's like he's singing the first album, and then of course at the end, the last two songs, the original singer comes out and sings with them too. So that's really neat. It's a, this is just, most of these that I've got, because the U.S. releases tended to be black, I think. There are lots of color variants, and they were released. It's a double record set. Comes with the CD also. These have been released and trickled out over in different countries at different times, and then when the U.S. release comes out and I can get them through like Amazon, at least so far, they tend to just be black. But I am not, not opposed. I've had that on CD for a while because it was released as part of the official bootleg series many years ago. This concert took place in, I don't know, a long time ago, 2004. Anyway, yeah, so, but I tell you what, I put it on. Whew, man, it smokes on vinyl. Wow. All right, so the rest of these now. I'm on Amazon, and I got to buy something for somebody for Christmas, or somebody else has to buy something for Christmas. So I take a quick look at my wish list, and I'm like, anything drop in price? Oh, look, something dropped in price. Add it to the cart, because, hey, we're already buying a bunch of stuff. Let's get it. Picked up the first Government Mule, the first Government Mule album. This is their first album. I've been watching it on vinyl. Most of the Government Mule albums are way up in the $30 above range, and this one dropped down into the $20-something range, and I thought, well, let's scoop it up. I have quite a few that I still need to get, many of which are way expensive, but this is one that I thought, let's go ahead and get it, because it actually went down a little bit. Of course, these are all vinyl reissues, because I don't think any of these came out back in the day. It's a double record set. It's just a great album. Kind of, Warren Haynes from this band, was in the Allman Brothers, so you got that jam band feel at times. Of course, it's kind of Southern rocky as far as, the blues-based. This one tended to be, in revisiting it, just a tad bit, just to me felt a little more bluesy based, hard rocking. Some of his other stuff kind of comes forward, and it's it's all over the place, but it's still unique. It's still their own sound. So wanted to grab that. Another one that Amazon grabbed that again dropped down a little bit. Now I showed this a while back, like probably a year ago. Bought it when it came out. And at Best Buy, and then I got home and found out that it had two of the same album in it. It was like two of disc one. It's a double disc set, and I ended up with two of the same, and there was no way to trade it in, and Best Buy did not have, it's just on black, Best Buy did not have any other copy, so I had to take it back for refund. And anyway, so it finally dropped on Amazon a little bit, and I noticed it. So it comes with the 7-inch single too of the song Electra, just a single-sided 45. Double record set, not a whole lot in here. Gatefold has lyrics and stuff, but the first 3 sides of the album are the record, and then the 4th side is the story of Magica, which is a long reading description story told by Ronnie James Dio. So anyway, yes, you know, I love this stuff. I love this band, and so I had to pick that up. And again, I'd been watching it, and all of a sudden it dropped a few dollars, and I thought, hey, let's throw it in as an extra. Okay, these next few all were actually earlier this week. We went shopping locally. Had to go to Walmart, which we rarely do. I think the last time I went to Walmart was when they had that Black Friday $15 sale, and I forced myself to go there. And so I went there, and we had to get some things, and so I ran over to the record section, and I found me a copy of the Blues Brothers. Haven't seen anybody show this or haven't seen this at Walmart, so it must be a fairly new one. It's on blue, go figure. Anyway, I love this movie. It had so many one-liners that we used to quote back in the day when it was out. Love the soundtrack. Boy, I put this on the other day, and I'm just like, this album from start to finish is just primo. Great stuff. Everything from, you know, it's got Aretha Franklin. It's got it's got, of course, the Blues Brothers and Ray Charles, and you know, it's all over the place with all kinds of blues, rhythm and blues, Motown feel, just all kinds of great stuff. If you haven't seen the movie, you need to. I mean, it's, of course, 1980. And while I was there, I went ahead and grabbed this. I've had my eye on this for quite a while. I love, you know, the AM Gold feel of the first disc, and then the second disc, of course, that's in here, double record set. Second one is the soundtrack, the actual score, and I've listened to both, and they're great. And I want to get the second. I'm just not a picture disc fan, and I'm tired. They keep reissuing, or they keep releasing the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtracks on picture disc, and so I want a deluxe edition of the second movie, not on the picture disc. And so I haven't seen that yet at Walmart or any place like that, so I haven't tracked it down, but it's on 2 discs. One's red, one's yellow, so they're opaque. Pretty. Anyway, I won't go any further than that. Great stuff. I love those songs. And then this one I was surprised. So went to Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble to me is like FYE and other stores in this area that are just, I laugh. I go in there and look at the records, and I'm like, who would pay for this garbage? Who would pay this amount of money? I shouldn't say for this garbage. Who would pay this amount of money for music? They are just absolutely, every time I go there, it just makes me sick because of outrageously. I'm like, you can go across town to another store and get this for, you know, a handful of dollars less. Went to Barnes & Noble for some other reason, started flipping through the records, and I'm like, what? I'm looking at prices, and everything that I'm looking at is within reason. Everything that I'm looking at is what you would expect. I'm seeing most of their albums now are in the $25 range, $25 to $29, which is typical. And I'm like, what happened here? So I would have to say they have woken up to the whatever to be competitive, because their music is actually quite cheap. And then so I'm flipping through and I find an album and I'm like, wow, I'm surprised to even find this here at Barnes & Noble. And then I look at the price and I'm like, oh, that's a good price. And then I look it up on Amazon. I'm like, it's better than Amazon. So I bought it. I bought the POD reissue Satellite. Came out a couple months ago. It is a first time on vinyl since the album came out in 2001. So it's 20 years in the making. It's a double record set in a single sleeve. It's got an inner that just has the lyrics and pictures. So I knew this came out. It's been on my wish list, but it actually at Barnes & Noble was about $5 cheaper than it is currently on Amazon. And so I'm like, yeah, okay, I need to grab that. So I was surprised that, like I said, they had a couple other things too that I later looked up, and I'm like, holy moly, that's cheaper than Amazon, even though it was kind of expensive at the time. I'm like, I should have bought that. So I said that, and I say that, and I'm like, hey, and I tell somebody, hey, why don't you go over there and buy this for me for Christmas? So anyway, I'm not going to go back and buy it because I said that, and I have a feeling it might happen. So mainly, for instance, it was like they had the Garage Inc., the 3-volume record by Metallica, and they had it, and it was like, you know, I think it was like $2 cheaper than Amazon was. So I'm like, wow, I should have bought that. You know, that would have been good. But anyway, all right. that is all. I have some other stragglers that came in, but these are all focused on things that were in the shopping realm. And I do have a thing coming in the mail that I'm waiting for. But anyway, I will be back, I guess, real soon. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you later. Rock on. Rock hard.